Hi, everybody. Welcome to this week's Q&A. As always, 5 questions. This week we have 3 questions from current clients and a couple questions from prospects. So let's get started.
Yay.
All righty. First question. These first 3 are from current clients. The first one, do the markets react to a winter drought?
They shouldn't. It's drought in the winter when the ground is frozen. It's not killing the crop. But I would suspect that some people buy because they're drought in the winter. That's really kind of not a good thing to do, right? I mean, we take 2 rainstorms in March and the drought area is gone. And it's the same thing the other way. If it's too wet, like down south right now, 3 weeks of dry weather in March and they can plant and integrate moisture, and all of a sudden, it's really bearish. So if people do react to drought in the winter, they shouldn't.
Yeah. Last year, the drought, I just remember it all last year, but in the year, drought monitor drastically different. So all that early drought ended up really amounting to nothing.
Yeah, Minnesota guys, they had drought last winter and then they couldn't get the crop in because it was too wet.
Yeah. All right, next question. Will we see a big rally in wheat this year? Probably related to that question somewhat.
Okay, I hope that would be great, but who can predict big rallies? There's nobody in the world with a crystal ball that can say, hey, we're gonna have a big rally. We don't do things based off of speculation of a big rally or not. Of course we have a big rally. We can have drought in the US in the summer. We can have flooding in wheat areas before it gets harvested. Of course we can have a big rally. That happens about 1 every 10 years due to weather. We could have China buy a bunch of US wheat. Trump comes up with a deal or something. But if you're playing for that, you're playing a very low percentage.
Right. That gets more into the black swan, which, yes, it's a black swan for a reason because it's not predictable.
Yes.
All right. Given the current corn and soybean price ratio, is it a sure thing at this point that we're going to get 94 plus million corn acres in 25?
If you're a farmer for more than a couple of years, there's no sure things. We can have weather issues that we don't get corn planted. There's all kinds of things that can change. Heck, we could see a $2 rally in soybeans because China comes in and buys a billion bushels of U.S. soybeans because of Trump again. And all of a sudden that ratio is not what it was or what it is now. So there's no guarantees in this field. All likelihood, we're going to plant more corn this year, and I would suspect that it'll be somewhere around 94 million and less bean acres, which would be good for bean prices long term.
Right, sounds good. All right, getting to a prospect question here. This one says, can we expect to see growing demand in the U.S. for safe aviation fuel and biodiesel blending soon, or is that demand to be expected further in the future?
This reminds me of when we started with ethanol. The ramp up takes time. There's not going to be a big effect this year, but a little bit of effect, and that's going to grow as we go through the years. So long term is good.
Yeah, I think you're spot on there. I think I remember hearing from a biodiesel blending company that they're capped, and they have to actually have caps raised in order to produce more. So that will take time.
Yep.
All right. And last question, also from a prospect. This is kind of a spicy, irritable prospect that we talked to. He said, I'm 7 years old and I've been doing the same thing forever. I don't need y'all. That was an exact quote. So why should someone who has never used an advisor consider using one?
Well, it's kind of 2 questions. First of all, I talked to that prospect. I would say, hey, thank you for your time. You're happy with what you're doing. We're happy with what you're doing. We by no means want to talk people into coming aboard with us. We believe we have a service that can help your bottom line. And if you are fine with what you're doing, you should keep doing that. And I didn't consider coming aboard with us. I would think that would be inappropriate. Again, we want people that believe we can help them with their bottom line by being here 40 hours a week looking at the research. Okay. Why should you come aboard? You should come aboard because we can be your partner in marketing. We can watch things. We can talk to you about what we would do. We can give you cash out recommendations when you're busy. I know a lot of my producers that like to farm. They don't like to pay attention to everything that's going on with China, Trump, Brazil, and all that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, that's imperative to do if you're going to market well. So if you don't like doing that side of things and you want a marketing partner, we're here for you.
Absolutely, yeah. But I noticed we don't strong arm anybody on our sales attempts. It's the people we reach out to who already can kind of sense they were looking for some help. Those are the people we end up having good long conversations with, people who are seeking it out themselves.
And you're doing a great job on your oath. Hey, call us, let us know what you're doing, and maybe we can implement that with the rest of our guys.
Sounds good. All right, that's it for this week. Thanks for the questions, everybody, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Take care.